It's Wednesday, I think. I record these a couple of weeks ahead, so I lose track of what day it is. But regardless, it's time for another one of my collecting quests. Good morning, everyone. It's Kevin. Welcome to Doc's Comics. Hope everybody's having a swimmingly good week so far. Uh, if you've been watching any of my videos at all, you know that I have been giving you a few of my collecting quests, the things that motivate me regarding my collection. You've seen a little bit about me collecting the Big Four. You've seen a little about me collecting short DC runs that originate in Showcase. And of course, the first one that I did was about the 25-cent double-sized Marvels from 1971. I want to share another one with you today. And this is a large enough one where I probably can put it in a few videos. But I also like to collect the first appearance of C-list Marvel villains. Now, before I get to the list, you should probably know what I mean by a C-list Marvel villain. These are not villains who just pop up in one issue and never be seen again. We see a ton of those in the 1960s. We see a ton of those nowadays. First appearance and forget. No, what I'm talking about are villains who appeared relatively early in the beginnings of the Marvel Universe, usually in the 60s or the 70s, but we see them pop up time and time and time again, even up until the present day. So they're not terribly powerful villains. They're not very influential on their own, but they can be used in a clever way, and they do happen to show up pretty much fairly regularly for the last 40 years. I love finding their first appearances. Again, not particularly powerful characters, but can be fun, can be challenging to write about. I mean, a lot of these are street level villains, and I do have a soft spot for the street level side of Marvel. I don't think that's a big secret, and it is challenging. I mean, how do you make them interesting? How do you make them worrisome for powerful characters like Iron Man or Spider Man or heaven forbid Thor, when you're using a two-bit street level character? So I find these very fun. I find these very interesting, and I want to share with you a few of the first appearances of these C-list villains. And I suspect there's enough of these that I could make a few videos related to this. So let's get right to it. The first C-list Marvel villain that I love and I'll show to you today is Blizzard. First appearance here in Iron Man number 86 from May 1976. Now, if you want to get technical, Blizzard's first appearance was actually as Jack Frost very early in Tales of Suspense number 45, which is also the first appearance of Pepper and Happy Hogan, Pepper Potts and Happy Hogan. So Blizzard has been around a long time. His first alias was Gregory Shapanka, who appeared in Tales of Suspense, changed his name to Blizzard here in Iron Man 86, and ultimately was killed in Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 20. It came a few years later. There was a new Blizzard, a younger Blizzard by the name of Donnie Gill, who makes his first appearance in Iron Man number 223, is in a fun little run in that era of Iron Man as well. Blizzard's also appeared in a few other books here and there. He was in Marvel Team Up number 56, where he teamed up with Electro, if I remember correctly. Blizzard also makes an appearance in Hulk number 249, and I believe that he was in the one of the more recent Iron Man series just from 2 or 3 years ago as well. So he has been around for a long time. He's a goofy villain, not terribly powerful in and of his on his own, but fun to watch and monitor. And I just love the C-listers, and Blizzard is the first one. Another second tier Marvel villain that I love is the Porcupine. The Porcupine, Alexander Gentry makes his first appearance here in Tales to Astonish number 48 from February of 1963. So he's a really old one. He's been around for a long time in the Marvel universe. Few appearances include he was in Tales to Astonish 53, so he was sort of an Ant-Man villain from the very beginning. He makes an appearance in Fantastic Four number 3, followed by a couple of early X-Men appearances, issue number 22 and 23. Then he pops up in a few issues of Captain America, a few issues of the Defenders, a couple of issues of the Avengers. He's in Iron Man at the end of the Demon in the Bottle storyline, and then pops up in Captain America 285 to 315 as well. And I do believe that ultimately he is reformed and ends up joining the Thunderbolts, which I think is great. Again, I like Porcupine a lot, and when I watched the She-Hulk television television show from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I saw that Porcupine made an appearance in that. I just about freaked out. It was awesome to see my cheesy villain, one of my favorite cheesy villains, actually appearing in the MCU. So Porcupine is a fun one. He has the ability to he has enhanced strength, enhanced endurance. He can shoot the little quills from his costume out at a short distance. He has some limited flight, and the suit provides all kinds of other powers depending upon who happens to be writing the character at the time. So Porcupine is another one that I dig. Cheesy villain number three, the Gray Gargoyle, who makes his first appearance in Journey into Mystery number 107 here from February 1964. So again, another pretty early Marvel Universe C-list villain that I dig. This is Paul Pierre Duval, who is like has a degree in chemical engineering, and his main power is he has the ability to transform things, at least temporarily, into organic stone, and he's been a thorn in the side of a lot of characters in the Marvel Universe for a long time. Some of his appearances, his second appearance is also in Journey into Mystery number 113. He makes a couple of appearances in Tales of Suspense, issues 95 and 96. Few issues in Captain America, I think between about 139 and 142 he's there. He makes an appearance in Marvel Team Up issue number 13, a couple of issues of Thor, and then he's part of the nice John Byrne run on Avengers, appearing in issues 190 to 191. And then the last one that I'll mention is he's in Iron Man 235 and 236 with art by the late great Jackson Butch Guice. Um, Overall, he's made 100 or so appearances. I know he's made quite a few in later years and books that I don't read quite as much. He's also made a few appearances in animated cartoons uh, featuring Marvel characters. He was in the Acts of Vengeance crossover, so he's popped up quite a bit in the Marvel universe, and he's always a fun one. Some writers have done him well, some have done him not so well, but either way, he definitely qualifies as a C-lister that I like. I'll do one more of these today, and the one I'll share last here is Stilt-Man, who's arguably my favorite of all the C-list Marvel villains. Stilt-Man's first appearance is here in Daredevil number 8 from June of 1965. He goes by the alias Wilbur Day, the primary Stilt-Man does anyway. And in fact, Stilt-Man, I like Stilt-Man so much that I actually have an original commission from Stilt-Man that I got done by Gene Colan in 2000. So I've had this one for 25 years, and I still love it. It's fantastic. This might be earlier than 2000, actually. I think this is like 1995. Don't quote me on that, but it's an old commission that I got from him. Wilbur Day is a scientist who invents like a hydraulic ram system, and he ends up disgruntled and stealing it away from his own company. That's kind of common in a lot of mad scientist origin stories in Marvel. He makes a number of appearances, mostly as a Daredevil villain. I think most people would identify Stilt-Man as a Daredevil villain. He appears in issue 26 and 27. He appears in issue 48, which is the very infamous Ass Pain cover, if you've never heard of that before. He's in 67. He's in 102. But he does make a few other appearances. He shows up in an issue of Captain America 191. He's in a couple of issues of Thor, I think between about 267 and 270 or so. Champions, the team series from the 1970s. He's in issue 11 and 12. He's in a nice, cool Break the Logo cover in Amazing Spider-Man 237. He even has a Kirby cover in Black Goliath number 4, and he's also part of the Armor Wars. And it's discovered that his Stilt technology had stolen tech from Tony Stark, and that whole storyline is about him defeating armored villains and heroes to try to recover his stolen technology. Stilt-Man is a goofy villain with goofy powers, and that's what makes him so appealing to me. So those are the first appearances of 4 cheesy Marvel C-list villains. If you like this video, let me know, and I'll do some more. There's plenty of other bad villains that I really have a soft spot for in my heart from Marvel, so I can do several more of these as need be. In the meantime, like, follow, click on all these things around me here. I'll see you in the next video, and I truly do appreciate y'all watching. Thanks so much.